Coming to you from a secret location in Baltimore, Maryland, Tim Day presents the livest clean comedy show on the planet. It's the Lyrical Coffee House, Inside Vibes, Inside the Vault, starring Chris Lawrence, Stacey Carter, Dave Carter, and Laughing Lenny. Musical performances by Body of Evidence and Plus Jake. I am the boy Dave King, the crowd controller. And now, your host of the Lyrical Coffee House. Give it up for Jesus!
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Make some noise, make some noise! Yes, Lyrical Coffee House. We doing this thing for you all here and you all with your families watching. Thanks for joining in. This is the Lyrical Coffee House. I'll be your host for tonight. My name is Thomas Terrell, better known as Teasers. How y'all doing out there? Yeah! Y'all ready to laugh tonight? Say yeah! This next comedian coming all the way from Howard County, Maryland, that is. Give it up for Chris Lawrence.
My name is Chris Lawrence. I'm from Howard County, Maryland. I'd say I'm from Elk Ridge, but no one knows where that is. I've been doing comedy since first time I hit the stage was 2001, so good math, 19 years. No, I have not always been doing clean comedy. I started doing clean comedy probably 6 years ago. Yeah. What made me want to do clean was the fact that just when I would say a curse word, it would always be almost like just saying or the, just filling the space. So you didn't need to have the curse words at all in my comedy. So I just decided, just consciously, just stop using curse words, and boom, there you have my mediocre comedy now. So there you go. I'm Chris Lawrence, and I'm bringing inspiration to you. There's nothing in this cup.
All right, yes! Yeah, keep it going for me! Keep it going for me! Thank you. I really feel like I've leveled up in comedy, okay? Because, now I'm doing comedy in front of a vault introduced by a guy who looked like a Batman villain. That's fantastic. Hey, guys, seriously, give it up for Jesus. I like Jesus. And his two-faced suit. Guys, I know what you're thinking. You're looking at me, you're like, this is the only blonde guy with glasses on the lineup tonight. I know. Don't worry, don't get it twisted. I'm not here to do your taxes. Everything's fine. Guys, give it up for the man of the Tim Day for putting this together. Yes. Tim Day, the Lyrical Coffee House. Tim Day's handing out chips and snacks like he's Nino Brown in New Jack City handing out turkeys. Hey, you want one? Chris Rock showing up trying to sell them like, oh, it's $30, kick it. Guys, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here in front of the vault. I'm also very excited because I recently finished a marathon, you guys. I watched every episode of Law & Order SVU for 15 days straight, which takes a lot more out of you than you think, okay? Like my wife, my kids, they barely knew I was logged in at work. I mean, it was pretty crazy. You learn a lot watching Law & Order SVU, guys. You learn a lot. First things first, I'm never going to walk in Central Park after midnight again. I'm not going to do that. But more importantly, I'm never going to use the internet again, ever. Okay? Because those SVU, you just pull up a web history in 5 seconds flat. They don't care that I got 2 kids. Now, Mr. Lawrence, can you please explain to me why your last 2 internet searches were how to get your kids to stop crying, and how much is a kid worth on the black market? I'm just kidding, you guys. I am a good father. People with kids, clap it up if you have kids. That's way more enthusiasm than I was expecting. Anyone here waiting on results? I'm sorry, I gotta remember on that clean show. Sorry, this is a Christian crowd. I got 2 kids at home. I got an 8-year-old son, I got a 10-year-old daughter. I live for the milestones of parenting. Okay, parents, you know what I'm talking about, the milestones. For instance, my daughter, she was 5 years old. She rode her bike for the first time without training wheels around the parking lot. She comes up to me, she's like, Daddy, are you proud? I'm like, yes, kiddo, I'm very proud. She's like, really, Daddy, really proud? I'm like, yes. I'm like crying, watching her walk for the first time. She's like, great, Daddy, can we go out tonight to dinner and celebrate? I'm like, yo, I'm not that proud of you, okay? My wife's like, hey, don't you think you have some high standards? I'm like, no. Because if she ever cured cancer one day, I would definitely take her to Pizza Hut. Like, no questions asked. What's that, honey? No more melanoma. Well, someone's going to get a personal pan pizza. Really, Dad? With as many toppings? Up to 3. Let's not get crazy. But I am a good father, you guys. My wife and I got nominated, elected, both president and vice president of our kids' school's PTA. Okay, cool. Clap it up for the sadness of PTA. Yeah. Full disclosure, my kids are homeschooled. I'm just kidding. They go to a big public elementary school. My wife and I got nominated, elected. Even fair and square, and even the other candidate didn't fight it. So that was nice. Let's wait and see if this is a Trump crowd or not. Okay, cool. I don't do a lot of political jokes, guys. I don't do a lot of political humor, mainly because I look like the problem. Let's just call it like it sees it. Elephant in the room, okay? But anyway, so I don't do a lot of political jokes, but I will say this, man. As much as what's going on, the craziness in the world, they keep talking about repealing and replacing Obamacare, right? They keep talking about it. Repeal it. Guys, I'm waiting for the big twist, the big reveal. That Kaiser Permanente was Kevin Spacey the whole time, you guys. Right? And just like that, 20 million people without health care. Guys, I love my kids. They're very precocious children. For instance, the other day we were driving in the back seat. My kids are having an argument, and I'm just going, guys. At this point, you guys know what it's like having kids. You don't even pay attention to the nonsense they're talking about. But at some point, I interjected, and I said, "Okay, guys, what seems to be the problem here?" They're like, "Dad, settle an argument for us." I said, "What's up? Who would win in a fight?" Okay, I'm ready. Who would win? My son goes, "The devil." I'm like, okay, I like where this is going, the devil. And then my daughter goes, "Or the Illuminati." I'm like, the Illuminati? What you know about the Illuminati? And then my son just goes, my 8-year-old son, he goes, "You know what, Dad? I don't think there'd be a fight, because I think the devil is working with the Illuminati." I'm like, whoa! Guys, don't get it twisted, though. Don't get too excited. 10 minutes later, that 8-year-old was saying, "Hey, Daddy, I made a poopy, wipe my butt." So don't get too... Ain't that smart. Actually, he kind of is, because let me tell you, the other day, I try to teach my kids about job responsibility, right? I said, "Hey, guys," I said, "my daughter and my son," I said, "for $10 each, if you guys rake the front yard, I'll give you $10 each," right? My daughter goes, they both go, "Okay, great." So I'm in the bedroom, and I hear some noise out front. I hear raking happening, and I go outside, and I look, and it's my daughter raking, but my son's friend is raking, not my daughter. And I go, "Hey, where's Cole?" And the son's friend goes, "Cole offered me $5 if I was going to rake the yard." I'm like, whoa! So he figured out outsourcing. I'm like, so I can't get to it. I was like, "Hey, buddy, so you were going to take $5, and he's like, "Yeah, I just thought I could, not do work that way." I'm like, "You know what? I'm not going to fault you, but you know what? If you're going to start outsourcing, you might want to think about outsourcing your homework, because I've seen your grades. And let me tell you." My son's walking around like he's a subcontractor now, walking around my house going, "You know what? These floors can use some finishing. Hand me $1,000. I know a guy." I'm like, "What are you doing? And put the cigar down. What are you doing?" This is part of the program where I like to tell you guys that it's very shocking what I'm about to say to you, but I was made fun of a lot as a kid. I know what you're looking at me and saying, "Not you, you're an Old Navy model." I know. I was made fun of a lot growing up, okay? I had a massive overbite. I was called terrible names. Captain Bucky O'Hare, Bucktooth Beaver. I mean, my teachers were horrible people, you guys, okay? But didn't stop there. Like, in 4th grade, you were thinking the kids were going home and asking their parents what to call me. The names were so sophisticated. We're learning about the founding fathers. We're learning about the Constitution. Massive overbite. People started calling me Alexander and Hamilton. Okay? We're learning about Abraham Lincoln. We're learning about Gettysburg Address, the Civil War. Massive right. People called me John Wilkes Tooth. Can't go into a theater anymore. Too soon? Okay, sorry. I don't want to. I don't want my kids to go. And also in high school, I didn't do myself any favors. Okay. Okay, I was on the solar car racing team. I was on the debate team. I played Dungeons and Dragons. I played Magic the Gathering. So needless to say, you guys, I got beat up a lot by the jocks. By jocks, of course, I'm talking about the math team. Those girls were vicious. That's all I'm saying. But I don't want my kids go down the same path as me. I get worried. Like last year, right before Yom Kippur break, we get that off in Howard County. Right before Yom Kippur break, my daughter, I get an email from my daughter's teacher, and it says, your daughter said the cutest thing in class today. She raised her hand and said, I know why we're off on Wednesdays for that Jewish holiday, Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, oh. I appreciate you guys laughing at that. I actually told that joke, and someone in the crowd once said, your daughter's an idiot. It's not even May yet. You guys must go to the same school. That's horrible. I want this quarantine to be done. I do, because I miss going to places with my kids. Like, for instance, I like to take my kids to a little slice of heaven I call Dave & Buster's. You guys like Dave & Buster's? We don't like staph infection in our family, so we don't go to Chuck E. Cheese. Tell it like I see it. Anyway, so I love Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's are a little weird, though. Okay, because you can go in there and you can play the video games and get the tickets and whatever, and you go in that prize room, you go in there, you get a PlayStation 4 for 200,000 tickets, which on the street, that's like $7 million if you actually played all the games. But you walk in there, though, they also have microwaves and blenders. Who's going to Dave & Buster's to win minor household appliances? Why is that even a thing? Like, are you just laying on the couch one day, your wife walks in and goes, Gerald, the microwave finally died. You think you can go to Target and get a new one? Target? Bag that noise. I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's and play skee-ball for 12 hours. Come back. Maybe I'll pick up some pizzas from Chuck E. Cheese because I'm an adult and I can make those decisions. Guys, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Is going to Dave & Buster's to win minor household appliances makes about as much sense as going to a Mariah Carey concert looking for actual singing, right? It just doesn't. I like how that's more controversial than the Trump jokes. Let me tell you guys, in every divorce you have to pick a side. And as soon as she divorced Nick Cannon, she was dead to me. Okay? Because Nick Cannon is a national treasure. What I'm saying is watch The Masked Singer on Fox, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, man. You guys do Black Friday shopping? You guys like going Black Friday shopping? That's coming up, right? Christmas, yeah? Yeah. Well, I appreciate those of you that don't, because let me tell you something. My mom, she happens to work for a big box store company. Can't tell you the name of it. It rhymes with Walmart. She works, and she happens, for the last 12 years in her store in New York, she happens to be the person, because she works in, customer relations. She has to be the person who opens the door. And you guys have seen the video, so it makes me very nervous. But last year, my mom said, look, I'm done. I have an idea. I'm going to ask Sal, her coworker. Well, Sal happens to be in a wheelchair. Okay, and my mom's thinking Sal will get all the sympathy from the people bum rushing because he's in a wheelchair. So my mom said, hey, Sal, do you think you can do this? Sal looked up from the wheelchair and goes, how do you think I got in the wheelchair, Miss Ayla? I appreciate you guys laughed at that. You guys are sick people. That's good. So anyway, guys, look, so I, like Jesus said, I live in the People's Republic of Howard County, Maryland. A lot of my hippie, dippy, granola-eating friends all said to me, Chris, there's no such thing as bad parents. It's different parenting styles. I'm like, yo, wait a second, Moonbeam. There are some terrible parents out there. Reading a newspaper. The other day, I saw a story about a woman who was turned into Child Protective Services because they found out she was giving her infant daughter crushed up Benadryl in her baby bottle to get her to go to sleep. Despicable. Despicable. Moron. Doesn't she realize there's liquid Benadryl she can put in that kid's baby bottle? Put that kid right out. No evidence. Just watch the SVU. That's all I'm trying to say. Some things I don't miss, though, about not being in quarantine. Like, I don't miss taking my daughter out a lot because she's at the age right now, she knows exactly what to say to get me in trouble. Okay? Like, before quarantine, she was like 9 years old. We were at Giant. She said, hey, Daddy, can I have a candy bar? I said, not right now. She starts flopping on the ground like she's some sort of soccer player during the World Cup, throwing like a tantrum. I pick her up off the ground. I start bringing her in the parking lot. She starts screaming at the top. I'm like, no, you put me down. You're not my daddy. Put me down. Put me down. I got people pulling out their cell phones. I'm 5 seconds away from Amber Alert, okay? Luckily, my wife is waiting in the car like some sort of getaway driver. Gets out and says, no. I'm pretty sure he's the father. 50-50. Guys, thank you so much. It was Chris Watts. Have a good night.